On the 14th of August 2026, a Chinese lab called Z.ai released a new model. It is called GLM 5.3. The tagline they used is short, built to code, ready for cyber defense. Now, here's the part that makes this launch different. They did not train a new model, they used the exact same brain as the last version. Every single game came from the extra training after the fact. In this video, I will show you what changed, what the numbers really say, and whether you should care today or wait for a few weeks. There are three things to know about this launch. First, it is a coding upgrade. Z.ai says this is their strongest model for writing code and for running long tasks by itself. Second, there is a security surprise. They trained it to find bugs in software. It went further than they planned. It started working out full attack chains on its own. Third, the door is only half open. The last version was free to download on day one. This one is not. The weights are being held back for safety checks. Let me explain the main idea because it is the real story here. A model has two big stages. First, it reads a huge pile of text and learns language. We call that pre-training. Then it practices on task and gets feedback. We call that post-training. For GLM 5.3, the first stage did not change at all. The same 743 billion parameter base it sits underneath. ZAI only did more of the second stage. They gave it more task environments. They gave it more kinds of environments and they let it practice for much longer. Think of a driver who does not get a new car, they just get many more hours of practice on much harder roads. Same car, much better driver. So, what does a harder road look like for a model? The old style of practice was small, write one the T function, fix one obvious bug, finish it in a few minutes, easy to score and easy to cheat. The new style is shaped like real work. Find out why a training system is running slow, read the code and the internal notes, run experiments, ship a fix, then prove the speed really improved without breaking any test. Some of those tasks would take a human expert several days. That is the whole point. If you want a model that can handle long jobs, you have to give it long jobs to practice on. Now the results. So the numbers, gray is the old version, green is the new one. Terminal bench 3.0 is the headline. It went from 4.6% to 28.3%. That is the more than six times better. Deep SWE went from 46 to 67. SWE marathon more than doubled. Frontier SWE and NL2 repo both moved up nicely. Automation bench, which test real business workflows, nearly doubled. Notice the pattern, the longer and the messier task, the bigger the jump. Short tasks improve a little, long tasks improve a lot. One caution before we move on, terminal bench 3.0 started from 4.6. When the starting point is that low, a big percent jump is easier to get. It is still a real gain. Just keep the scale in mind. ZAI's own headline says 50% better. Let us unpack that because this is where people get confused. On their internal coding test, the score went from 20.9% to 31.4%. In plain points, that is a gain of about 10 and a half. But if you divide the gain by the old score, you get 50.2%. So both numbers describe same result. One just sounds much larger. Whenever you see a big percentage in a launch post, ask this percentage of what? Points gained or points relative to the old score. Now, the part I actually find more useful, the average number of output tokens per task dropped from about 96,000 to about 75,000. So it does better work while writing roughly a fifth less, better and cheaper to run at the same time. One honest note, that test is called ZAI Code Bench. It is a private ZAI built-in, ran it, and it has not published the task, so nobody outside the company can check it. Now, the part nobody expected, Z.ai added some security data to the training mix. They were hoping for a small bump, but what they got was a model that started reasoning across several stages of an attack and planning the whole chain. On CyberGym, which measures finding and confirming real flaws in source code, it scored 84.5%. That is the top score on their chart. On exploit bench, which measures actually writing a working exploit, it more than doubled to 54.4%, but it is still well behind Fable 5 at 78. And this is not only a lab test or a lab result working with security teams in China. The model helped find 2,436 flaws across 269 projects. Some of that code was up to 40 years old. Notice the shape of this, strong at finding problems, weaker at weaponizing them. That fits the defense framing they closed. Here is the wider picture using Z.ai's own comparison chart. Green means GLM 5.3 leads that row, purple means somebody else does, and it leads on automation bench, on the GDP well, knowledge work rating, and on cyber gym. Those are business workflows, paid professional tasks, and defensive security. It does not lead on terminal bench 3.0 or deep SWE. GBD 5.0 is ahead there, and on expert bench, it is a long way behind Fable 5. So the fair summary is this: it beat its own predecessor on everything. It does not beat the whole field on everything, you can say. Now, let me put that in simple sentence. So, GLM 5.3 has a lane, and the lane is narrow but useful. Its lane is automation and defense, long business workflows, professional knowledge work, finding security flaws. It is not on the top model for the hardest frontier coding runs, and it is not the top model for writing exploits. That is not a criticism. Most teams do not need a frontier coding champion. They need something reliable on long, boring, multi-step work. That is exactly what this is good at. Now, can you actually use it? Some of it, yes. The GLM coding plan is live, their own agent tool. Z code is live. A few selected partners have access, but wider API access is being staged. The open weights are out. Z.ai says they will land about 2 weeks after launch, after safety checks. There is also no model card yet and no license published. The last version used the very permissive MIT license. We should not assume this one will match. So if you see somebody called JLM 5.3 open source today, they are a little early. A promised download is not a download. What it cost here is the pricing on the yearly plan. Lite is about $12.60 a month. You get 10,000 spreads a week and it plugs into more than 20% or 20 coding agent tools. Pro is $56 a month with 60 times support time, and it adds support for MCP tools. Max is 100, max is $117.60 with 14 times the quota. There is one gap you should notice. Z.ai has not published a per token API price for GLM 5.3. So do not build a budget using the old GLM 5.2 rates and assume they carry over. And one small tip of peak cost, only use half the points. Peak hours are 2 in the afternoon to 6 in the evening China time on weekdays. One breaking change: if you write code against this model, there's one change that will break you. Thinking is now required. In the older version, you could switch the reasoning off to save money. On the direct API, that option is gone. Send it and the request fails. Instead, you choose an effort level. Low is light and fast, high is stronger, max is the deepest, and it is the default. Z.ai recommends max for coding. If you were switching, thinking of before, do this. Set thinking to enable an effort to low first, then change the model name to GLM 5.3. If you swap the model name first, your very first call fails. Before you take any of these scores at face value, let us sort them by how much they prove. At the bottom sits Z.ai code bench, private test run by the maker. Nobody outside can check it. Next up are the public tests like Terminal Bench, Deep SWE, and Cyber Gym. The test is public, which is better, but this one was still done by Z.ai on their own setup. Above that are results where somebody else executed or graded the run. And at the top is GDP val AAV2 measured by artificial analysis, which is independent. That is the strongest single piece of evidence in the whole launch. Setting matter 2 on terminal bench 3.0, Z.ai used 3 attempts, a 400,000 token window, and a 10-hour limit. Change those and the number changes. None of this means the results are wrong. It just tells you how much weight one can carry on its own. Try it or wait. So what you should do, try it now if you already pay for the coding plan, if your work is long agent runs in terminal, or if you do defensive security review. Also try it if you can test it on a real repository task. Wait if you need to run the model on your own machines, if you need a settled license, if you need a fixed price per token, or if you need results other people can reproduce. And when you do test, make the test real. Give it a failing build or a bug that spans several files, not a toy game. Keep the tools and the time limit same for every model you compare. Run it against Kimi K3 and against whatever you use today on the same task. That single hour will tell you more than the launch chart. Now let us wrap it up in 5 lines. So one is you get same 743 billion parameter base. All the gains came from extra post training. Second, coding agent score rose on every published test. Third, cybersecurity improved. Fourth, it leads on defense further than Z.ai expected. Fifth, weights, license, and API prices are all still pending. If you like this video, you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.